Courage is an act that shows strength when faced with danger and pain despite the fear. It is a sacrifice. Courage is often associated with heroes in action movies, police officers, and firefighters. But what makes what they do courageous and not our actions? What makes saving the girl from falling off a bridge courageous and not the robbing of a bank? The criterion for courageous acts are as follows. For an act to be courageous, it must be moral or right. For an act to be courageous, it must be selfless. For an act to be courageous, it must be necessary. For an act to be courageous, it must include a conscious decision. For an act to be courageous, it must have a consequence. For an act to be courageous, it must overcome something, usually fear. As these are true, Elias Shakur and his actions to unite Israelis and Palestinians in the book Blood Brothers was courageous. Elias's actions were moral. In leading the peace march in Jerusalem, he kept to the laws of the land and kept his actions right in the sight of the people. Elias's actions were selfless. He sacrificed his time and comfort to help his people and went where the church asked him to go. Elias's actions were necessary. John Locke established the idea that government was a contract with the people to guarantee rights, and when governments break that contract and oppress the people, as the Israeli government did to the Palestinians, they must fix that government. Thus, this peaceful protests were necessary to gain support to fix the government. Elias's actions involved conscious thought. He spent much time thinking about what he was going to do. When he got back to Palestine from studying in Europe, he drove to the Mount of Olives so he could be alone, close to God, and think. Elias's actions had a consequence. When Elias decided to help many villages in Palestine build libraries and schools, he had an unknown assailant attack the building sites to discourage him. He was kidnapped when he entered Lebanon because he was a Palestinian living peacefully in Israel. Elias's actions overcame something. When he was kidnapped in Lebanon, he overcame fear of death through prayer and did not deviate from the truth. Elias, in almost everything he did, showed courage. Thank you.